Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? It is day 27 of RPG A Day 2020. We're almost at the end. And our prompt for today is flavor. It's spelled with a U. Flavor. Just like humor was humor. I love all these British spellings. Kind of makes me chuckle a little bit. Sorry, my British friends. But anyhow, I really identified with this one right off the bat because you start to think about, or at least I start to think about, what we do in role playing games or what we're able to do in role playing games. One of the many things we're able to do in role playing games is we're able to choose exactly what flavor we want to play. We don't have to just play fantasy. We're not limited to super genres like super classes or something. We're talking taxonomy. We don't just have to play science fiction. We don't necessarily have to just play horror or just play pulp or whatever happens to be. We can really pick a subgenre within that. We can play high fantasy, low fantasy, dark, gritty fantasy. We can play hard science fiction. We can play more of a space opera, etc. On and on you go. There's lots of different ways, or lots of different genres. We can play when we want to play something like the Cthulhu mythos. I just look at the games that I've been playing lately. You can play something like Leagues of Cthulhu, where it's a little bit of pulp heroics, but just the way the mechanics work and the way the rest of the game, the way the creatures and themselves are portrayed, pretty awful. You can play something like Mithras, or let's say I've got Raiders of Aurelia on my shelf there, really awful. It's definitely a darker flavor. You can play something like Call of Cthulhu, where you're doing some kind of investigative role playing, more so than some of the exploration type role playing in something like Raiders of Aurelia, right? You can play Quantum Black, and that's a lot more shotguns versus shoggoths. It's hard to do that without. Hard to say it. Shotguns versus shoggoths. Say that 10 times fast, would you? I'm sure you'll be fine. There's plenty of different flavors. My friend Anthony talks about genre being rule zero an awful lot, and this is one of those areas where that really starts to show up or become very, very apparent. Is the subgenre, the exact flavor of the game can vary widely, and it's important to know what flavor you're after, and it's important to choose a game that's actually going to be able to deliver that, not just through their fluff, if you will, in the setting, but through the procedures and through the system, through the mechanics, and what kind of results the mechanics give you. Because I could play something like, let's see, Mythos World. It's going to be give me a much different feel than if I'm playing Leagues of Cthulhu, which is going to give me a much different feel if I'm playing Raiders of Aurelia, etc. On you go. So yeah, we have so many different flavors of role-playing game experiences that you could never play them all. And when you get sick of one, you can try a different one. It's a great, great hobby, and there's so much. It's better than Baskin Robbins. You get a lot of flavors, kids. All right, I'll talk to you later.